All right. You know, just gonna get things started here. Um, yeah. Let's draw some stuff. So, what is going on, folks? Just figured I'd do a little bit of drawing here while, Throwdown episode starts off maybe in a few hours. So I figured I'd get this done. Well, not done, but mostly drawn. So what I got going on here is... Damn, my bandwidth is slow as hell. I'm sure everything looks all crunchy and slow. But, yeah. I wonder what's slowing me down. I don't got anything running in the background. It's too nutty, is it? Maybe it's that. Anyway. So what I'm going to do is right now I'm just finishing off or drawing this piece that I was going to do a while ago. Just haven't had the time to work on it. I'll show you all the different parts of it. That's some kanji there. This is the well, let me turn off this. This is the cleaned up drawing. That's his sword because I drew it in a separate layer. That's his shadow work. That's all done. So that's that. And then down here is what's in the background, which I'm still working on, if you can see the line art. And just a bunch of sketches down here. Not too fancy. Anyway, yep. So what I'm doing now is, since this guy is all finished, pretty much finished, just needs to do a little bit of additional work on it. Mostly going to be working on this right here. And then I have my little reference here. Just so happen to find a 3D model of this, of Louis in his Adler outfit. So really super helpful to kind of get the details right. I'm sure it's probably not right compared to the show, but I don't know. It worked for me. So this right here was like a promo that I did for it, just to show what was done. So yeah, there you go. So everybody keeps telling me I should stream a lot more, but I just never have the time. Okay, let's get the brush size right. So if you notice, I have this little guy in the corner that sort of helps me. He's my stand-in while because I don't want to show myself on camera. All right, so. Is that a good brush? I'm going to bring it up one. I have a bad habit of going in too far into my drawings. What are you doing? You messing with that cat?
No, he's just
Oh, he's loving. Well, it's food time for him, so he probably knows you have what he wants, which is food. You know what? I'm not gonna do all of those. Let me check how this thing is looking on Twitch. I'm sure everything looks all slow. Jossie, I have apparently my band how many frames I'm losing is like 63%. I'm like running like a friggin' 15 frames per second.
What does that mean?
It's running really slow. See if I can open the task manager and see what's going on. OBS seems to be using the graphic card, which is good. Encode the video. Clip Studio Paint takes up a shitload of memory. What's using CPU power? Task Manager. Oh yeah, definitely OBS. All right. Everything seems good. Let me see my performance. The memory. Oh yeah, my Ethernet is.
Probably my stupid backup.
Oh, is that what it's using our bandwidth?
Yeah.
That's okay. It's not a big deal.
Here's the thing. It's slow to begin with, so I don't know. Unless we get like a higher plan or whatever, I don't know if I can do this.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll look into it.
I'm just gonna cancel it right now. Tell me if it works. If it's faster.
Let's see. Let's see if I don't. Oh, yep, that was it.
Yeah, my shit was going at 2 megs per second. Like, fuck.
Can you do that in the evening, like when we're sleeping?
Here's the thing: when I back it up, it's been backing up all fucking night and all fucking day, and I'm just like,
Damn.
I don't know. I don't know how the fuck people can use this backblaze shit. I mean, I don't know.
Damn, I didn't realize it was just killing the bandwidth that much.
I don't know. It's not even that many files. It's like 2 terabytes worth of stuff. That's it. And it's doing like my weekly backup, but I don't know. I might have to rely on external drives because this thing's stupid.
And here I am thinking like, man, my computer's slow.
No, it's me.
Not sure.
I don't know how the fuck people can like upload stuff to this fucking like cloud service. Like they got like 65 terabytes of shit, and I was like, how the fuck do you do that?
Hmm.
All these idiots fucking justifying the slowness. I guess it's fucking stupid. It could be Verizon throttling the internet too, by the way.
Who knows? Okay, everything seems to be going good here. Okay. All right. Now the last thing I gotta get fixed is this comment bar. I don't know how to get that to work again. I think I have 2 versions of it. I think right now it's set to throwdown mode, so I think a lot of the throwdown feed will come through there. Well, if you want, we can go up to the new one. It costs a lot of money, though.
Cancel the cable plan. You don't need that shit.
I want the cable, though. I like it. You know, when we got it, they were like, we can't do a fully internet plan.
Well, they can now.
I'm gonna see about getting that other computer running. Maybe we'll get like a media computer running in the living room. And then I'll feel better about it.
See a point in that, though.
What, the media computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll just be like the, instead of having the cable box, of the media computer, and then I'll have all the stuff on there.
Like what?
I don't know. You said there's a bunch of channels that are set up to stream, so.
Yeah, but that's their, like, Roku shit.
Excuse you.
Excuse me. Everybody complains about this shit being slow. Alright. So, I gotta do something. I'm just gonna cancel this thing.
Oh. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize it that this did this.
Unacceptable. I can't deal with this shit. Everybody says get an offsite backup. Well, yeah, it's fucking slow as shit.
Cool stuff. I definitely need to re-upload my my YouTube logo. Let's see if it'll work.
Sign in. Oh. I thought it was the browser doing it, like stupid shit.
There we go. Yay, everything's good. I'm gonna start arting up my YouTube now. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, my spidery lines. Damn, that thing, whatever, man, that thing took up some serious bandwidth.
Yeah, I think it was alright. I don't know. I don't think it was that. I think it was the fucking. Well, it was that, but I don't know. I'm just deleting this thing because this shit takes way too long. I know these motherfuckers are like, yeah, you need an offsite backup. It's like, man, fuck you.
Wonder how much it is to use plastic
For what?
for backups.
Plastic?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Plastic's a game, like a game dev like one, but you can set it up for like folders and stuff.
I don't know what that is.
That's what my studio uses sometimes. Yeah, like you have pretty good version control and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just don't know how people can like put 65 terabytes worth of stuff on this stupid shit. Stupid Backblaze, man. I don't know how they do it. It takes forever. Unless they have a backup server that's doing it, but I don't know. I forgot what the hardcode commands were.
Ooh, excuse me.
But for 2 terabytes to back up my shit, it would have been like $2, less than $2 a month.
Go for Backblaze?
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't recommend them. Fuck them. Hey, big boy. Big ass big.
They need food, don't they?
Maybe. They
Maybe.
seem alright.
You're like, I don't feed them at all.
Ah, well, when they start begging.
You're like, shut up! Ah!
When they start begging. What?
Sup, Eric? How's it going? Welcome to my dimension. I guess since you're here, I'll show you what I've been working on. So this is a print that I've been working on for, I don't know, for a little while now. I just haven't had the time to finish it. So it's that show Beastars, if you've ever seen it. So I'm just drawing. They have this play in the show called the Adler, and I don't usually like to like. I don't know. I find it sort of boring to do sort of like high school like. Like the show, if you ever seen it, it's on Netflix. It's like sort of high school drama and stuff like that, and murder mysteries and stuff. And I find it like it's an interesting show, but it's also like sort of boring visually. So I was like, if I'm gonna do that sort of thing, maybe I wanna do like the some more fantastical sort of stuff that they do. So they have this play in there, and they all like. I figured it'd be kind of fun if I did like a movie poster type of idea of the play that they're in, or a play, poster. So I have like Lugosi there, and I have Louis in the background as the Adler. And I'm thinking I might put more on it, but I haven't fully. I did a pretty lousy job like planning this one. So far it's this. And then I did some quick color stuff on the background that looks like that, but I may not do that. But it does look cool. So let's see. Oh yeah, you got the kid is sick right now. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's a work in progress. Usually I have a good idea of what I want to do, but this time around I just sort of played it by ear. I just drew it really quickly and just went on to it. But I need to get a better font of the kanji that's down here. I'm not sure if I'm going to do like I do like the way the sort of hatchy looking line art looks on it, but I may not do that. I don't know. I'm still sort of figuring out. I'm just getting the technical side out of the way. Usually I have a really good idea as to what I want to do, but this time around it's just like I had a vague idea, and then I just figured I'd work it out while I'm working on it. This is all really all that I really need to do right now on this. Like a lot of it, it's already been pretty drawn. So just going in and figuring it all out. Oh, thank you. I was I don't know, it's a weird one to explain when it comes to composition. I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. I can see when it's right, but then I also can see when it's also, when it's not working. I'm not thinking to myself like, oh yeah, this would make great composition. I'm not thinking of that. I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, this kind of looks like it'll work. It's been so long since I've updated, like went onto YouTube and streamed. I think it was like 21 or something. I don't know. I don't know about going to Chicago. I still haven't planned for anything. C2E2 still is like happening sooner now, isn't it? I just sort of fell by the wayside when it came to a lot of the shows at some point. Are you still doing the shows? Are you still doing like C2E2? I know last time you were like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna go. You don't want to, you know, obviously said that since the pandemic was happening, you didn't want to, you know, bring anything back. Last time I went was 2021, I think. I went to C2E2. I did the whole hotel thing. I had a friend that was, you know, that lives in the, he lives in the area, but he's in that, he was going to the show, so I figured I'd team up with him and, you know, take the floor. It wasn't bad. I was just, I don't know. We'll see. Wow, you haven't done shows since 2020. Oof. I mean, it makes sense. I feel like a lot of that stuff is just like, I know I think I did New York Comic Con in 2021, and then 22 they didn't even approve me for a table. First one they didn't. The New York Comic Con didn't even get me for the previous year. Like so when they initially got me when they first came back, 2021, right? 22 they just didn't do anything, so I didn't even bother for 23. Oh well, no, I was not approved again, so I don't know. Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, yeah, if you just only do prints and don't have any sort of product, I mean, I've been able to make that work. I've been able to do the prints and stuff like that, and just sort of get the goers by. You know, like people are just passing through. I think, you know what? Because I tend to zoom in too much. I'm gonna first let's save this. I'm gonna make another one, so at least people can see what I'm doing. So I'm so close sometimes. New window. There you go. There you go. You can see, at least see what the thing is I'm doing. I'm not the best of I can't say I'm very like some people when it comes to streams. I get all like, close and stuff. There you go. Yep, you get to see it on the corner there. That's good. It's funny, I have this fancy new like HD like tablet screen, and I still zoom in. Maybe I should get like that. Yeah, it's my home show, but apparently I'm not, you know. I'm not the only local, or former local or whatever from New York that's had that issue. There's quite a bit of other artists that are like that too. You know, where they're like, you know, one of the locals is just like, hey, New York Comic Con, why don't you get more local people to come to your show? I understand why they do it, like they cut the cord when it comes to people, certain people. Like for me, like I'm not not a big to do artist in the industry. I mean, I've done a lot of things, but I think they want to make sure they can maximize as many people as they can get inside of the building, right? So they're not going to do it for Emilio Lopez, but they're probably going to do it for, if John Romita Jr. decide, if they can, get John Romita Jr. or some of the bigger artists to kind of come along and show up at the show, maybe comp them a table. Zoom is life. I gotta get to. I do it quite a bit, but I gotta get. Sometimes I just have to make sure especially when it comes to stuff like this, I want to at least make sure people see it. Like they're just like you're just working on a place that's like this big. Okay, let's see this. I was actually pretty lucky, and I found a 3D model of the character, so you can rotate it around and stuff. I'm not gonna do all this stuff on there. I'm gonna more do like a cell shaded one, but it's really helpful when finding reference on the character, because you can't find. It's hard to find character sheets and stuff for this show, and I don't want to just keep taking a bunch of dumb screenshots. That's a little thick, isn't it? Okay. Let's go with a 3. 3's too small. That seems right. Let me see. Yeah, 3 seemed right. Yeah, it stinks, but it is what it is. I don't get too annoyed by that stuff because I understand how the industry works. It's not really about, it's not always about talent. A lot of times it's just about who you know and who's known. And I don't think, I'm not sure if Mike still does that show anymore. I think somebody else sort of took over. I think Mike is just the main, overseer guy, so he doesn't look over the artist alley anymore. So it's some new guy, and he doesn't know me as nearly as well as Mike did. So I just look at it like, is what it is. He's gonna probably go for the ones that have the most pull. Plus, Javits Center doesn't really have that much space, even with its fancy new addition that they did. The Chicago, I've always had a much easier time getting into C2E2 than I do getting into New York Comic Con, actually. So I'm thinking of, there's a Metal Gear convention that's in California. I'm thinking of maybe doing that. They asked me to come last year, but there was a lot of, I think it was an invite or whatever they did, but it's like they didn't have like travel accommodations, and I would have had to book everything. So it's like that's why I didn't go. Like I couldn't. I also been working, doing a lot of work, full-time work the game industry, so it's a little difficult to sort of squeeze in the time. But this year seems a little bit easier. And I figured, yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll retire one of my Metal Gear art books from, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, and see what happens. I haven't done a new art book in a while, though. I've been sort of touring on the same book for a few years, so I think I retired it. Like, retired the book in 2020. I think in 2020, I retired the book. And I did. I think I showed it to you at the time. I showed you the tape version of it. That was the last show I saw you at. Was it 2020? That was also the last con I've seen Kari at. I've actually not seen Kari in person in years. Well, usually happen like Kari, but like last time, like, oh, you know, obviously in 2021, he was at, he was going to a bunch of things that were events that were for, you know, New York Comic Con, but he wasn't actually at New York Comic Con. I don't think he's done a show in a while either, like done the tables in a while. Yeah, he does that stuff. I can say, I mean, you know, doing tables is stressful, especially if you're like, some stuff's not working right. You know, you're just pulling your hair out. But I could see why he would want to lug his stuff around. I upgraded all of my kit though. Like all of my, I got like these really cool, like this cool, like what do you call it, like giant, like it's what do they call it? It's a photographer's case that I have from my stuff. Heavy as hell. It's definitely over 50 pounds. So like when it's got all my stuff in it, and it holds everything. I got my section, and it you have these little separators, like they're like Velcro separators, and it just separate, like you can have a section for my prints, I have a section for my books, all of my con equipment, like, you know, like the little stands and all kinds of other things. My you know, my new what are those things? The shelves, the constructible shelves. I have a thing for that. So it's all set up. It's doing shows with that it's heavy, but it's like it's got everything I need. And you know, what's paying a little bit extra to get them to lug that thing out of the plane. So my last con luggage pretty much blew up. It was one that I was using to. I was doing a lot of stuff with it. I was, you know, transporting stuff back from my mom's place when I was cleaning her place out. I was using it for all kinds of stuff. So then finally, when a con came that I was like, I don't know, like 2021 maybe. That is when the case just started falling apart. So I just upgraded the whole damn thing. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, it was like a case just from, like, if you were a photographer or a videographer, it's one of those cases. It's a nice hard case, so anything that's in there is protected. Yeah. well, hopefully, maybe I'll bring. Hey, Jossie,
What?
ever want to go to Chicago?
No.
No. Why not?
I don't want to go there.
Why don't you want to go? We could go.
There's nothing there that I care to see.
We could have some deep dish pizza.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a pizza fanatic though.
But it's traveling. We could get to see things.
But I'd rather go somewhere else.
Why? Well, I hope you'll eventually. I think you'll eventually meet Jossie, Eric. If I could get her, I'll have to kidnap her, knock her out, get her on a plane. What's that?
99 cents.
What's that?
For using this backblaze shit. Now,
Well,
I don't know. Right now is like the worst time to ask me because I'm very pissed.
Oh, yeah.
So ask me later. I'll change my mind.
Okay. So there you go. There you go, Eric. Eventually, she'll change her mind when she's not mad. Do you get much drawing done these days, Eric? Hmm. Everything seems to be running good over here. Checking out my YouTube to see if anything's getting some small things here. Okay, I guess this is running good. Twitch seems to be running a little odd. I'm sorry, I'm just clicking around. Like I'm looking at my Twitch to see what there's going on. So it shows something's playing live, but it's like it's weird. Yeah, I mean, it says it's streaming. Just don't know what's going on there. Oh, you got commissioned work and haven't done anything for yourself in a while. Oh, yeah. You got hired to do a YA graphic novel. Oh, very cool, man. I can't wait to see that. YA seems is the new hotness these days. I mean, one thing about it is it doesn't, doesn't depend on the big comic companies to be put out. Comics is such a weird place these days. A thing there. All right, I'll put that in. I guess I would say that this is more of a drawing for myself than anything. But I would say same here. I haven't had a lot of real time to draw anything for myself, or I mostly just goes toward the job. It's not a big deal. I mean, I did do one thing. That was that thing on Instagram I posted. That was a quickie. Feels so much later than it actually is. I will be right back. I'm going to take a short break, and I haven't actually had anything to eat, and I think the cats need to get fed. So I'm going to toss up the old be right back thing. All right. There should be some music on this, shouldn't there?
Mini balls.
Yeah, there should be music here. Hold on. I had to fix this. Mother base complete. Okay, now it should work. That thing was all screwy. See you in a bit, Eric. See you later. Ah, yes. I am back. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Hey, Jossie.
What's up?
Everything tastes better with bibimbap sauce. Mmm. Why is that?
You're asking me why?
I don't know. I figure you might know. Hmm?
There's something else at the back of the seat.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Hey, you. Let's see.
Stuff's so fucking out of date. Or out of date. Yeah, stupid.
Uh-oh, point of no return. Oh, gee. Excuse me. Hmm. Let's see if this thing works. My Twitch doesn't seem to be working so good, so I turned on the YouTube one, I meant the Twitter one. Let's see how that works. There we go. Welcome, Twitter. So, apparently my my Twitch stream was not working correctly, so I just decided to turn on the Twitter, not the Twitter one, yeah, the Twitter stream. So, hello. Oh yeah, I do gotta feed them, don't I? What up, cat? Yeah, guys, I decided to turn on the Twitter version of this because it doesn't seem to be working so well on the Twitch. So don't know what was going on. So shut it down, and so I'm just gonna run it through here for now. I don't know if you can comment or anything on this version of it, anything, but like on the Twitter version. But I do have a YouTube link in the post below that can take you to where if you want to go and comment and watch and all that good stuff. So I guess I'll give you a little introduction as to what I'm doing here. So let me just let this save. So what I'm doing is, this is a little thing I've been working on for a little while now. Was a preview before. So like initially what it is just the like Adler. It's based on the Beastars Adler played. I kind of like, I mean, Beastar stuff is fun and stuff, but the one thing about it is like it's a little boring to draw. And I thought all the Adler piratey things and sort of pasty stuff I thought looked really cool. So I've decided to do like there's going to be a print eventually, and the idea is to sort of make it look like a poster for the play, or a movie version or anime of the play, as opposed to the actual, thing. That's what I'm working on right now. Beforehand, I had my little my Twitch running before, and it wasn't showing up properly, so just working on this now. And this is just like a quick color promo I did for it. But yeah, so that's all I'm doing right now. But if you hop onto the YouTube link and the Twitter post below, that you're watching this one, you should see. If you want to comment and chat a little bit. Oh, wait, there is a chat on here. Oh, look at this. That's cool. What's up? Look at that. That's cool. What's up, Michael? How's it going? I get a little too close to my artwork sometimes, so I put this on a corner here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm drawing braided, what are these? Oh, this is this is like a print idea that I had a while ago. It's for like, if you ever heard of the anime Beastars on Netflix. Well, they have this. I find the show like, show's interesting and stuff. It's all, about drama and stuff like that. But it's got these kind of animal characters as opposed to, people. But anyway, like it's sort of like a modern sort of show where it takes place in a sort of somewhat, normal feeling world. Just their animal people in it. So I just like, I'm like, they do this play on the show which has all these cool looking outfits and stuff. And I'm like, that would be a much more interesting thing to draw than a bunch of kids in, like, what do they call those things? Like school uniforms. So they have this play called the Adler in there, and they sort of, there's like a guy who looks like Zorro, and he fights all these thieves and stuff like that. So I'm like, and one of the main characters ends up being the main character the show is about ends up being in the play to replace somebody else. But I thought it's a kind of a cool moment in it that he looks pretty awesome. So I just figured I'd draw like sort of a faux poster for the play that's in the show. Little deep cutty, but that's sort of what it is. And then, so I finished off the main character Lugosi, who's in it, and then there's this the Zorro-y looking character in the background, and this is just like a quick like color mock-up I did on it. It's probably gonna look way different than this, but this is what it looks like for now. I still need to do more shadow work on the front character. There may be more to it. I don't know. I still haven't fully planned it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So you get to see all the, like, I've already drawn the face and all that stuff. Really, I'm just doing cleanups on it and just detailing all the stuff that wasn't there. Do I have any reference for that sword? Let's see. I think this might be a reference of the sword. Ah, okay.
Hey, boy.
Okay. Yeah, that's the sword. I'm trying to get the idea of what it supposed to look like. Hey, what's up, cat? Oh, thank you. I might be doing some shows this year. I don't fully know yet. I still need to look up a lot of things, but at least wanted to have something along the line, something ready for something to have with me. I try to do New York Comic Con, but I haven't gotten accepted for the shows in a while. So this is what it is. Obviously, we're still going to be doing Throwdown tonight, but I figured, because I just set up all of my streaming stuff again. Streamlabs sort of reworked the way their stuff works. Now they don't allow for 3 stream outlets. You can only do 2. So I can either do Twitch or do Twitter, whereas before I could do both.
Do all this shit again.
What happened, dear?
Nothing. This thing is just being stupid. I hate computers so fucking much.
I mean, AI and plagiarism? Well, yeah. Well, it's not officially called plagiarism when it comes to art, because art isn't... The weird thing about art is that you can't... what is it? You can't copyright a style. So the problem with that's the biggest issue with it. You can only copyright ideas and not exactly the way a person works. So you could theoretically have a person drawing in the same style as somebody else, and it would never be called out as a plagiarism or So, but when it comes to AI, I mean, everybody knew where art needs to come from somewhere, whether it be stolen, whether like they're saying it's been trained. What has it been trained on? It's been trained on the internet. So it's obvious that I knew from the get-go that all of that stuff was all taken. And that the problem is that they never decided to do it the right way. They just did it and didn't ask anybody if they should. See, the thing about like using other people's artwork, using people's artwork is that, okay, yes, you can't copyright a style, but you still have to respect the person's, the person who created the work. You violate a person's usage rights to their own work if you do stuff like that. So that could also be grounds, for suing. But the thing about it is that you also have to prove that you were the originator of the work. And the situation when it comes with the AI is they have actually proven that all the work that's been used without permission is trained these things has been stuff that was on the net, which is obvious because art has to come from somewhere. It doesn't just appear. So something always has to come from somewhere. You have to train, in order for something to work, for something to happen, it has to be, come from some place. So where does it come from? And I always feel like the in general consensus about like art is that it really, people don't understand that just because something is on the internet doesn't mean that it's free to use. And that's exactly the position that the guys that created those AI models put themselves in. They thought that the things that could be used, the work of other people, were free to use. And then they start to say, oh, well, no, it didn't come from this, even though you could obviously prove it did. I mean, I've had like troubles with art theft for years, and this stuff is no different, But again, it's nobody really asking the right questions on the get-go. They just do it, and they don't say, "Oh, hey, wait, maybe we should make sure this is all on the up and up." And then they lie to people and say, "Oh no, we didn't get it from there." Yes, you did. I mean, it was proven as soon as the stupid AI was trying to duplicate people's signatures, because all it is it's just an algorithm that combines search results into an image. So you'd see a lot of situations where they was literally trying to recreate a signature on the bottom corner of an image. But they knew what they were doing. And they have all the proof that's out there too. Because the Discord, they didn't delete their Discord with all their incriminating information. Not to mention, they're also charging people for this thing too. So they're making money off of it as well. So they're making money off of a bunch of stolen artwork. No different than it ever has been. The only positive thing to come out of this is that when the government said, "Oh no, you can't. A person can't own something that's created, that's generated by these things because these laws are to protect people, and you're officially stealing a bunch of people's work." It is what it is. No, NFTs are garbage too. There's a misconception that you, when you mint something, but I would say the NFT market was also one of the biggest, perpetrators of art theft, because they could claim anything as a digital original. So if they found it on the net, they could mint it into something and then start attempting to sell it off. It's a huge Ponzi scheme, NFTs are garbage, and that's part of the reason why a lot of companies have been pulling away from using it, because all it is, those things are only worth money unless people invest in it. No, yeah, it's not NFTs are not guaranteed either. No, there's no, and then also the thing is that there's no standard for them, and anybody could instantly, as soon as you mint one of those, do one of those things, you could, once you leave, you can literally leave and take people's money. So it's not anything. They're not worth anything unless people put money into it. The perceived idea that these things are worth something, they're not. And again, a lot of people's work was stolen. I found my work stolen and minted into NFTs plenty of times. They didn't ask my permission, and I don't make any money off of it either. So again, no different than the usual art theft that has come along with my work. I've had my work taken and put onto t-shirts, all kinds of stuff. And I had no power over it because especially when you're drawing if you're doing fan projects or fan art, lots of people like to draw their favorite characters. If you do something like that, officially you are in violation of the rights of the property owner. And the only reason why they don't go after you because it doesn't look good. But not to mention, it also being that the world is tilted in this direction, it's very difficult to get your work pulled down from certain sites when it gets illegally used when it's fan art, because you don't own the property. The only thing that you own is the usage rights of your own work. So it means okay, let's say I draw a picture of I don't know, a famous character. Bugs Bunny, right? I own the usage rights to that Bugs Bunny image that I drew. Warner Brothers can't use that unless they specifically ask me if they can use it. Neither can anybody else. But it is the most common violation of art theft that always happens. Because most of sites like eBay or Displate or any of those other places like that, they're all tilted toward property owners and not toward artists that actually make these things, even if they're fan art. So it's really difficult to get your stuff pulled down if it gets taken and put on those sites. But I'm sure if you do a search for Metal Gear, you'll probably find one of my pieces hanging out there on one of those sites. I found them. But that is inherently the danger of part of what comes with putting your work on the internet. There's the damned if you do and damned if you don't. You don't do it, you can't get the exposure and and get the things, can't get any sort of the potential for any sort of exposure. But the downside is all of your work will be used without your permission, because nobody understands that, again, just because it's on the net doesn't mean it's free to use. I've had illustrator friends that have done work, and they've literally had their work taken by a company like Hot Topic, and because they thought the work that they found online was official artwork, they thought they could use it, and nope. There's nothing that can protect an artist from digital art theft. That's the thing. Nobody ever wants to rarely anybody talks about it. Everybody says, "Oh, hey, share your stuff." No, there's nothing that protects it. If you post a smaller image, it can be nowadays you can AI upscale it up to a more printable size. You can, if you put watermarks, Photoshop or any other photo editing program has a thing, a content aware ability, which literally just erases things. So they can instantly erase your signature or your watermarks that you have all over your images. So there's nothing that really protects you from it. You just hope that people know your work enough to be able to say, "Oh, hey, wait, this is the theft." you know, obviously bigger artists, they're easy to source, but like smaller guys like myself or a lot of other people, you know, like even people like animation people in the industry who are not known by name, you know, that not known by not known specifically like a big artist is, they often get, you know, hit with it. But again, it's like any situation, it's a damned if you do and a damned if you don't situation. You want some exposure, you kind of have to, you know, bite the bullet and be very selective as to what things that you put out in the world so that they don't get taken from you. And that's the way I've always thought of it. Sorry to sound all doom and gloom. That's just the reality of the situation. I mean, I've seen plenty of artists that have just stopped, you know, just stopped drawing because they're so afraid to have their work just taken from them. But I think, again, like, you just have to be very selective about the things that you share and realize that the minute that you post something online, it'll lose, post anything online, it'll directly lose any sort of context or connection to you. Braided things have always been an issue. I've always had my trouble wrapping my brain around them.
You get art stolen?
Yeah, was that? I mean, when haven't I had my art stolen?
Happened recently?
Oh no, it's just happened, you know, throughout the years, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just explaining to
I've had my stuff stolen too. That's why I don't upload my personal stuff online.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even like the need for attention from that stuff isn't worth it.
Yeah. I think you just be, you know, you just be.
I just draw and I put it in my own like personal like journal.
Yeah, I think
I don't even have that online.
I think in general, it's just like, it's one of those things that you just have to be. If you're not okay with that, then and you also have to just be very selective about what you share with people, because it'll just, you know, it just is gonna. It's maybe it will get stolen. It will get stolen if people like it enough.
I don't mind if people like download it and they want to look at it, because, you know, I just like discovered a bunch of like artwork and stuff from artists back in like the 2000s who I don't know where their whereabouts are, but a lot of those archives aren't even around anymore.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, I like it, like, you know, keep them and be able to still look at them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't mind that, but like, yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I wish it was a situation when you do something that somebody just has the, you know, they're just like, okay, I really like this person's artwork, and then do a flip back to you, right? But half the time it's like, as soon as it gets on their page, and then I have like one of these, it's not art theft, but it's like, I'll have one of these aggregate sites, like, you know, like,
oh right,
yeah, all they do is they just take artwork from other artists and then repost them. Granted, they do put a rollback name, right? Like, in other words, they'll at least put some of them will put your proper credit on them, but nobody clicks through.
If you find out if they're monetizing, you can probably sue them.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going on with the that George Carlin shit.
Mm-hmm.
The people who did it, I know they kept saying this isn't George Carlin, it's just a quote unquote impression or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is like, okay, yeah, we get it. I mean, the stand-up sucked, but like,
mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing is, you think about it, they are getting that video. I'm pretty sure is getting monetized.
Yep.
And that's why the family, like the daughter, is suing them.
Yeah, well, because they're charging people money for something. They're
not charging.
they're collecting. They're
collecting
collecting money off of that thing. And they're like, no, it's not this. So.
Yeah, stand-up stuff. I already knew right away that it was obvious, but I'm like, this ain't a George Carlin is stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first thing he started complaining about was God, and I'm like, no, he wasn't. He was totally against the Bible and all that stuff.
Mm. Yeah, but we live in a world now where anybody can make somebody say whatever the hell they want now.
Well, the next 10 years is going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
I think, Michael, the thing about it is, it's like, when it comes to, like, telling people, I think it's about also relation. Like, I think a lot of times people don't understand the idea of at least getting the thing that you've worked on taken. Especially, like it usually becomes a situation where it's like, but it's doing the thing that I really like to do. Why would you stop me from doing that? That's like getting people to understand that it actually did come from a person. But I think a lot of times people don't think the work they see actually specifically come from people. They just think that they exist. So it's like, oh, I'm not, I don't have any, I don't know who this person is, I don't know who this artist is, but whatever this thing that this thing generated looks really cool to me. So doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's this disconnect.
There's a disconnect to it. I call it art from the void, where in other words, people don't really understand that it's a specific, even if you don't see a name at the bottom right corner, it's still something that was specifically drawn by somebody, or simply created, or essentially created by somebody.
Yeah, sometimes it happens when you like watch movies and stuff. Like you forget that they're like people actually made it. Mm. Like I know everyone like they focus on the director, but they forget about there's people who actually like did all the visuals and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, there most definitely was a director, but there's also people's opinions that may not be the directors that are also in there, but the director still gets the credit for that look too.
Yep.
Because again, I think also think
if the movie sucked too, the director.
Yeah, the director gets everything for it, but it's like, but I think the one thing about a lot of that is that it just. I think it's hard for people to understand that not everything's an authorship, like yes, it is multiple people working on these things, thousands of names, but even in the comic industry and all those other things, where there's only like 3 or 2 people, someone always gets the shaft when it comes to create, the creative end. Oh, hey, I love this artwork that so-and-so did. Oh, but what about the inker that inked that guy's work? Or what about the colorist who colored that work? That guy's line art isn't fully the story. Yes, granted, it's the most of the story, but that's not it. And then also you'll have situations where it's like, say written by, and people already automatically assume that the designs and all the other stuff that, the panel compositions and all that other stuff is all created by the writer, which it's not. It's the artist that did that, and it's a collaborative situation. AI will dehumanize artists. I mean, we've already been dehumanized. That's not a new thing. The only difference is that now, again, like I feel like a lot of people just when artists start talking about this stuff, it just the back talk becomes, oh, just grow up, or You know, because the thing about it is that the people they're criticizing the comeback from a lot of what people are saying is because they've never had anything in their life that they've worked hard enough for taken from them. You know, like, I think the thing about it is that only everybody ever sees is the final product, but they never see the process of that goes into everything. You know, it's just art that just appears. Art is just something that just appears. Granted, it took like a person hours and hours to work on this thing to get it to where it is. But nobody ever sees that. You just see the final product and you comment and you know, that's all about it. Definitely technology is you know, is obviously meant to can make people's lives better, but also that the downside of it is that the fact that once something becomes a thing, then it never unbecomes a thing. There's always a caveat when it comes to the realm of, you know, technology. Yeah, obviously a lot of people like to talk about all the great things that these things can do, but they also never ask the question about how much it could be destroying people's lives. And then you'll hear situations where people are like, oh, you get over it, you got talent, yada yada, all that good stuff. You know, all that sort of stuff that just the people use to discredit the people that do these things.
Hey, what did you say?
Oh no, I'm just talking.
Well, what did you say?
I don't know. It just came out. Don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Welcome, viewers. I see you there. A couple of you hanging out. So yeah, me drawing some things. What's our time here? Probably gonna close up shop when it hits 9 o'clock. So that we can, you know, get together and do the throwdown. So maybe this is the lead-in show. ELO. ELO show. Let me just show you what so this is how well, that's not how it started. This is pretty much the full image of what it's going to somewhat look like. That obviously you see, like, I still have to do let's do more shadows on him. If you notice that his legs are dark for no reason. So yeah, I'm gonna have a full shadow on him. But I usually like to get, the first thing I like to get done is usually the faces of characters, get them nice and clean. I might go sketchy on the background character. I don't know, because like I had like here I added all these little additional lines and things on it to kind of give it a little bit of vibration to it. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Again, this was just put together really quick because I just wanted to put something up. That image, but we'll see. We'll see. And then what this is over here is this is actually I found a 3D model of the character online. Don't know where it came from, but you know, it's kind of, you know, it's a really good reference. So you can turn it around and get all the different views you need. It's really difficult to find reference of these characters, like character sheets and stuff. So this was really helpful, especially with this guy's outfit. Though the way he seems to get, my guess is this is something from a game. I don't know, like ripped from a game. But what's kind of interesting is that they have him here with his coat on his he doesn't have a coat, he has a cape and it looks like he's clipping, his arms are clipping through the cape. Yeah. Sub green face. Tweets. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm trying to get it to look good. The ultimate goal of this is to really have it ready to be like a print at some point. Probably going to be doing some more cons this year. Last year I didn't get to do a lot, so it'll be cool. I don't know how. To be honest, I don't exactly know how well this print is going to do, but is what it is. I've always been the type to sort of just, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Definitely guarantee you one thing: not many people are going to probably be drawing Beastars stuff these days, unless a new season comes out. Art these days is very sort of like, everybody sort of catching waves as they happen. Catching trends. There you go. That's what it is. I've always been horrible at drawing like braided materials. It's like, I don't know what it is. I can't wrap my brain around it. For a project a while ago, I was drawing cornrows on hair, and it was just taking me forever.
Cornrows.
Yeah, just drawing cornrows. It was just taking me forever to draw them, because I couldn't wrap my brain around how it works, how the pattern works really. It's one of those things. I'm drawing a little bit on the side to sort of catch it. I know a couple of people that are like, they're like, yeah, man, it's easy. I'm like, I don't, man. It's not that it's not as easy. It is, but it also just what the direction of things working just doesn't get. I just lose it. I don't know what it is. Like, You drawing cornrows?
No.
What's up?
Bigum's hungry.
Oh, is he hungry? Well, maybe there's something we should do about that. What do you think?
Feed him.
All right. I'm going to leave this up for now, guys. I'll be right back. I am going to go and feed my cats. Sup, people? I am back. Cats are fed. How we doing, yo? Our stream seems a little choppy. There you go. I'm wondering if I should do more streams directly onto Twitter than as opposed to going onto Twitch. I'm not sure. All I know is my Twitch stream was working pretty lousy. I don't think anything was showing up on it. What's my bandwidth looking like right now? Oh! Hey Joss, are you running anything right now?
What?
Are you running anything?
What?
Are you running anything?
What?
Are you running anything on your computer?
I'm backing up stuff.
Oh, okay, so that's why my stream quality just went down. Damn. Now we know why I'm on episodes of Throwdown. I'm all desynchronized. Give you an idea, guys, how bad my my frames are. How many frames I'm dropping right now? I'm dropping apparently I'm dropping 12%. Oh, look, it went back up again. Oh! Went back down. Man. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Boom, 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 boom. So I get that. This right here. So it's like that. This is, again, drawing braids. I'm gonna draw them again. I don't like it. I'm gonna figure this out. This is not, it's bugging the hell out of me. Alright, so we go like this. And we go like that. Let's try it the other way. You're seeing me suffer through drawing braided materials. Somebody could be like, "Hey, I could do it." You know, I did buy what didn't buy a yeah, I did buy a like a braided like like brush from Clip Studio Paint, but I just stopped using it because I didn't like the way they came out. That's not bad. I think I'm getting it. I think I might have gotten it. Chains are also difficult for me too. Drawing, like rendering chains. Like I don't know how Todd McFarlane does it. He just draws those. Well, you know, I think I know how he does. He draws those boxy chains. He draws like these. He draws like these things. But still, like just drawing those chains like flatly, it's fine. Drawing them like this, like in perspective, that's always a weird one for me. There you go. So then what we'll do is put this. I think these are supposed to be rounded. Granted, these are this character model that I have here I'm using reference as is kind of like a low poly one. Cody, I'm going into all this detail on this. I'm probably not going to ever see it in the image. Yeah, it's covered. I'm losing my mind trying to draw braids and what is it? The main character in front of it's covering all of that stuff up. You know, I wonder how long these X things stay live streams stay on.
Yeah. Mommy bone. Chips.
What's up?
Chips.
Skips?
Chips.
You got some chips?
No, I haven't.
I wonder if Restream does Instagram as well. Nami.
I don't want to eat tonight. I just want to work. I don't want to worry about.
What's up, folks? I'm actually there's a good chance I might be calling it quits a little soon because there's dinner time coming and we have the Throwdown show tonight. I might try something really crazy tonight. This may cause my computer to go on fire, but I'm wondering if I could do the Throwdown show and then also have the have my stream running. It'd be interesting to see. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it quits for now. Obviously, I will see you tonight at Throwdown on the Throwdown show. If you look at the bottom of our screen, my screen right there, you can see my little times and stuff. So, yeah, I'll see you next time.